Ali Dawah tweets, I don't blame Cosmic Skeptic for taking down the video. Why is Islam so sensitive? Cause it was embarrassing. Well, I guess now that makes my response video much more exciting. Out today, I challenge him for a face-to-face debate. LOL. Safety concerns. Yeah, safety to your intellectual dishonesty. After today's video, I'll be exposing you further. This is nothing but an intellectual fire exists from scrutiny. This boy, Cosmic Skeptic, got absolutely dehumidified in this video. Dehumidified? You are finished. He even deleted the video. Okay, let's see.
Brother Ali, what are you dressed up for? Is that a marriage? Is there a party? A halal one, of course. Well, I've got something better, guys. It's better than a party and better than a marriage. Because we know when we go to these parties or marriages, you know, if someone's getting married, free food, and alhamdulillah, you're having fun. It's going to be greater than that. And it's going to taste better than that, brothers and sisters, inshallah. Whatever you get served in your marriage events. Anyways, guys, so this is going to be a reply to Cosmic Skeptic's video titled, Why is Islam so sensitive? What we're going to do, brothers and sisters, as you guys know, a dehumidifier dehumidifies the humidity in the air. I'm going to be dehumidifying the intellectual dishonesty and corruption.
Ali Dawah, being the stupidest, dumbest person I have ever seen in my life. Now, combine that being a follower of Islam. Where are you going, my friend? Where are you going? Please stop and take it the opposite direction. But anyway, let's see.
In the air, yes, which is Cosmic Skeptic's video. And we're going to go through this one by one, step at a time, nice and slowly. And we're going to see that how his double standards and his hypocrisy, yeah, not just him, many people like him. But before I start the video, I just want to make something and I want to raise awareness to it. If you guys remember, Cosmic Skeptic, after his debate with Muhammad Hijab, you know, his kind of went a bit downhill, you know, intellectually. We know what that debate was and how it went. And he turned to doing videos about veganism, and he can do whatever he likes on his channel. You know, he turned to veganism and talking about this and that, etc. And I think he's even a vegan himself. Now, today I was watching a video on veganism. I just wanted to know what impact it has on the body when you stop eating meat. Because I had to make a correlation between his pathetic video and I had to make some kind of excuses for him. What caused him to make such a pathetic, ridiculous video? I mean, actual academic dishonesty.
Guys, in case you are confused, he is referring to a video the Cosmic Skeptic made. He called, Why Islam is so sensitive. Wait, you are referring to this video. And you are baffled. You are confused. You cannot even comprehend why a person made a video why Islam is so sensitive. You cannot even fathom why he did that. No reason whatsoever. It's insane. That is what's going on right now. Okay, please continue.
Because I couldn't understand and fathom how he could dare, I mean, how silly can you be to make such a bold statement? And bold statements that come with bold refutations like this video.
Why is Islam, seemingly more than any other religion, at least at the moment, so sensitive to criticism and mockery?
That's a bold statement. That's a very big bold statement. I need to bring evidence to that.
Okay, Islamists have lost their minds completely. Let me explain why we have this phenomenon. Muslim apologists having zero objectivity, zero intellectual honesty, and they are point blank insane when it comes to issues related to Islam. Islam means surrender. The literal translation of the word Islam from Arabic is surrender. Muslim apologists have completely surrendered their cognitive faculties to Islam. The influence of Islam in the culture for 1400 years have made these people robots. Okay? They are. Also, the fact that Islam claims perfection, totalitarian and perfect, not at all a creepy combination of things, as Hitchen said. So, because Islam claims to be perfect, they apply zero critical thinking to Islam. So, all their skepticism is one-sided, okay, making them completely biased and completely blind to see reality. Okay, that is the effect of Islam in their minds. Islam is a prism that corrupts objectivity. Okay, the mind of Ali Dawah is in a parallel dimension as we speak.
After all, if I made a video asking why Jews react so violently and intensely to criticism, you'd probably ask, what am I talking about, and demand some examples. It's telling, then, that I don't need to give you any examples of Islamic overreaction, because you've already thought of some.
So here's his premise. The premise is the following, guys, yeah? If you mention the Jews, or argument's sake, another group of people or religion, whatever, background, whatever it may be, that he would have to find examples to give you to make sense. But when it's Islam, we all know, the moment he mentioned that, we all had 100 things coming into our mind. Okay, so let me get this right, guys, and tell me if I'm right or wrong. And I believe this is absolute fallacious reasoning, yeah? If I target, argument's sake, Chinese people, systematically and continuously, I target them over and over and over again. And I provoke them, I desecrate their scripture, I mock their religion, or whatever it may be, right? Okay, and as an atheist, they're atheists as well. Imagine, your cold Chinese, how strict they are, yeah, when it comes to free speech, yeah? They didn't even, at one point, they banned Winnie the Pooh, yeah, because it was mocking the president or something like that, yeah? Anyways, so imagine I systematically attack, and when they are provoked, and some of them that, let's say there's a group of them that choose to ignore, majority of them, some of them insult back, and some of them get violent and try to kill me, yeah? And then I go, see guys, look how sensitive the Chinese are.
Okay, nice logic. Based on the following facts. We all know Islam is targeted by Westerners more than any other religion or ideology. We all know that fact. We all know Islam did nothing to provoke any such criticism and mockery. We all know this fact. We all know the reaction of Muslims against criticism is proportional to the provocation. We all know that fact. We all know Islam is merely a religion and not a totalitarian, Nazi political ideology that inspires and actively tries to dominate politically this world. So we all know that's a fact. So if you attack Islam, you are attacking the religious sensibilities of people. Just nothing else. Okay. Ali Dawah, your logic works only if we take as facts the moronic Islamist propaganda. Okay. If we take as facts your moronic narratives, then yes, your logic follows. But as Ali Dawah was explaining his flawless logic based on true premises, he gave an example. China bans Winnie the Pooh.
Many media agencies have broadcast a video clip from a weekly program that I present on a satellite TV channel. I find the response it generated surprising and almost amusing due to the way it was presented and ridiculed, as if Mickey Mouse is a living creature. Of course, I have known from more than 40 years now, as everyone does, that Mickey Mouse is a cartoon character. Thus, what I said was not a fatwa to kill Mickey Mouse.
So, China, a totalitarian communist dictatorship, is the same as Islam, you said. So, that is in your favor. In China, they ban the Bibi the Pooh. You ban other cartoons. That is your argument. Guys, look the argument of Ali Dawah. We are as all other nations, as China, for example. We don't need to worry now.
If I go to Grimsby, and they are quite, I would say, British nationalists, you know, they're proud. If I have this flag and I set it on fire, I put petrol over it, I set it on fire, and I say, I hate Britain, what will happen to me?
People would be angry, wouldn't they? Get angry.
Angry? What else do you think will happen to me? I'll be attacked? In what way? Like slapped, punched, stabbed? Potentially.
Yeah.
Are they to blame or am I to blame? If that happened.
Let's consider Ali Dawah's narrative. Islamic blasphemy laws and the hyper-psychotic sentiments of Muslims against insulting Muhammad, driven by the fascist, supremacist culture in Islamic scriptures, are just typical human reaction against insults. Nothing irregular. Who believes that? Who believes that narrative? In other words, the reaction of Muslims against Salman Rushdie was no more than a regular reaction of people.
Uncle, you better come look at this.
What?
There's a white man standing in the street.
I seen one.
Not like this.
Dial 911. Tell the police to get up here quick. Somebody's about to get killed. You get your bus to school, you hear me? Yeah. All right. Morning. Good morning. You having a nice day, sir? You feeling all right? Not to get too personal, but a white man standing in the middle of Harlem wearing a sign that says, I hate niggas, has either got some serious personal issues or not all his dogs are barking.
According to this narrative, Ali Dawah implies how we solve phenomena like Charlie Hebdo or the Danish cartoons, how we solve this kind of phenomena. Maybe reform Islamic attitudes driven by pathogens in Islam. No. Reform Westerners, not to be racist and provocative. You see now where this kind of narrative leads. He shifts the blame. Okay. It's not about any irregularity, any pathogen in Islam or in Islamic attitudes driven by Islamic scriptures. It's not that. The blame is on us. We need to reform ourselves, not to be racist and provocative.
Hey, I'm talking to you. Now, you got about 10 seconds before those guys see you. When they do, they will kill you, you understand? You are about to have a very bad day.
The same way Samuel Jackson is lecturing Will Smith in this scene, the same way now Ali Dawah is lecturing people in Britain. You need to fix your attitudes. You need to fix your attitudes not to be stabbed or shot for cartoons. You need to fix your attitudes. It's not about us. We are perfect. You need to fix your attitudes. This is Ali Dawah now. Okay, this low intelligent fool thinks that he can get away with this. No, you won't get away with this, my friend. I will totally expose you in this video.
Sensitive the Chinese are. Now, how is that fair when you're systematically only attacking the Chinese? Have you experimented with the Japanese? Have you experimented with the Americans? Have you experimented with the people in the United Kingdom? Have you experimented with the Moroccans? Have you experimented, done a case study with all these groups to come to the conclusion that we've done the same thing to everybody, all of them in the past century, and only the Chinese were acting like this?
From the religion that gave the world so many charming child-rearing tips, such as marrying off prepubescent girls to demented old perverts and blowing up schools to keep little girls from being educated, we now have the death penalty for going pee-pee in the library. The New York Post reports. An 8-year-old Hindu boy has become the youngest person ever to be charged with blasphemy in Pakistan after he intentionally urinated in the library of an Islamic religious school. The boy is now being held in protective custody and his family is in hiding, The Guardian reported.
Ali Dawah, you charge 8-year-olds to death. Okay. You charge 8-year-olds with a death penalty for blasphemy. You kill for cartoons. You decapitate people for cartoons. And you, a low intelligent buffoon, okay, probably the stupidest, dumbest person in the world as we speak. Okay. You think that you can come in front of a camera and convince the world that Islam don't have a problem with blasphemy laws. You think you can do that? You are that intelligent. Few years ago, some Jews in USA made a silly B movie with Mohammed, mocking Mohammed. This movie, guys, had 100 views. Look what happened in Australia. For this movie, guys, 50 people lost their lives. But look what happened in Australia. Is that overreacting for a silly movie that made in USA? The center of Sydney burned. Policemen with blood. Couple of people died. In Australia, in the whole world, 50 people dead. Embassies. Is that oversensitive or not so much? What do you think? My friend, I am Greek. I come from we have the most passionate people in the world. But there is a difference. First look how passionate are Greeks. Are you more passionate than this? Is your character more hot-blooded than this? Maybe. What is the difference? In one case, there is an evil ideology behind, my friend. And you lose your mind completely. You behead people. You accuse 8-year-olds to death. That is, it's not passion. That is logic, my friend. Okay. The guy thinks, I will go to the classroom, I will take a knife, I will decapitate. It's thinking process. Okay. Even in the most hot-headed people, you don't see this stuff. Okay, because that is not passion. That is not, oh, I was insulted. That is an evil ideology, my friend. It's very clear.
All these groups to come to the conclusion that we've done the same thing to everybody, all of them in the past century, and only the Chinese were acting like this. No, you haven't. So how are you using a case study when you've systematically, not just you, the Western world, systematically attacked the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the contradict themselves, which I'm going to come to, systematically over and over again, and that's the only case study that you're using, and you're making it seem as Muslims are the only sensitive one. Not only that, you make the little group who act in violence as if it's the majority.
Okay, guys, it's unbearable to hear this idiot talk. It's unbearable, sorry. And it's not worth it even to give you the statistic. It's not worth it for this idiot to search. Okay. He's an idiot, okay? He says utter nonsense. Yes, we have the statistics, and for blasphemy, it's like 99.8% Muslims. What other countries, you idiot, kill people for blasphemy? Give the death sentence. What other countries? Sweden, maybe Germany, maybe Japan. What are you talking about, my friend? What are you talking about, my friend? We don't have evidence. What are you talking about, my friend? We don't have evidence. If I go now to the statistics, what I will see? It's, first of all, how dare you, my friend? How dare you call that the West attacking Islam? You attacked the West. And after you try to impose blasphemy laws, as a reaction, people started insulting Muhammad. How dare you claim the opposite? My friend, before 9/11, in the West, people didn't even know what is the word jihad. What are you talking about, my friend? Before 9/11, literally, guys, I was alive before 9/11. People didn't know the word jihad. Didn't know the word jihad. Okay. After 9/11, everybody knew Muhammad. Who is this guy? Muhammad. If you ask somebody in Greece before 9/11, Muhammad, he would tell you, is he the god of... They wouldn't know, my friend, who is Muhammad. You think in Britain they knew Muhammad and they insulted him? Who is this guy to insult him? After you attacked the West with 9/11, with terrorism, after you started beheading in Charlie Hebdo, everybody thought now we need to draw Muhammad. What are you talking about, my friend? Salman Rushdie made a novel. Okay. And I don't know how many people died, assassinated, embassies burned. He was in hiding for 10 years. Or what are you talking about? And you call that reaction? Really? That was a reaction. You tried to impose blasphemy laws. And when you tried to impose blasphemy laws, then it became imperative to draw Muhammad. Because You won't impose blasphemy laws in the West. Obviously, if you try to impose blasphemy laws in the West, obviously people will draw Mohammed. Anyway, Ali Dawah.
1988, Salman Rushdie, an established and well-respected author, published a novel in the UK called The Satanic Verses, which parodied Islamic themes. The following year, the Ayatollah Khomeini, supreme leader of a foreign country, Iran, issued a fatwa ordering Muslims worldwide to seek out and kill Mr. Rushdie because the novel was deemed to be so offensive to Islam. This is why the question is such an often repeated one. Why is it that Islam is just so violently resistant to any form of mockery or criticism?
There you go, guys. So once again, as you can see, he's got Khomeini from Iran. Majority of Sunnis, I don't think they even recognize the Islamic State. Yeah, argument's sake, let's suppose we do. Yeah, he gave a fatwa, which he gave 1 year later, by the way, which could be for political reasons. We know people do all kinds of stuff for politics. Yeah.
So, we had an 8-year-old sentenced to death for pee in the library. We had a person sentenced to death, in the case of Salman Rushdie, by a foreign country for writing a novel. We had a whole country, Denmark, on its knees apologizing for a newspaper cartoon. We had journalists in central France shot down with automatic weapons in broad daylight for cartoons. We had 50 people dead for a YouTube B movie, and countries across the world burning and riots. We had a teacher decapitated in France for showing a cartoon in his classroom. But all that is not enough for Ali Dawah to see any problem. So, what will it take for you to see a problem? What will it take, Ali Dawah? How about detonating a nuclear bomb in a nursery school? Maybe that will make the trick for you. Ali Dawah, what if we Islamists detonate a nuclear bomb in a nursery school for calligraphy? Maybe that will make you consider something might be wrong.